There are two creators on TikTok who are going through the long and difficult process of removing their face tattoos. But these people are getting drastically different responses to the process of getting their face tattoos removed. So today we're diving deep into face tattoo removal, and we're gonna get into why some people are praised for turning around their lives and why other people are deeply, deeply shamed for making mistakes in their past. I'm sure many of you will recognize this video that went viral a few weeks ago of this girl claiming that she got her boyfriend's name tattooed on her forehead. And most of the comments in this video were very skeptical, and rightfully so, because this did turn out to be a fake face tattoo. But the creator Anna did this for a very specific reason: to warn young people against getting heavily tattooed because they might regret their tattoos when they're older, like Anna does regret her tattoos.
I regret my tattoo, but not this one, because this actually not a real tattoo. I have a message to young people and all of the people who wants to get covered in tattoos. I regret my tattoos, and you might regret yours when you get older. And as a person fully covered in tattoos, I feel like this is my responsibility to speak up, share my experience.
And in another video that Anna posted, she explains that when she was getting heavily tattooed, she was kind of like sucked into it, and it was almost addictive to keep getting tattooed because she was at a really difficult time in her life, and getting tattooed was like a source of dopamine and it made her feel good about herself. And now that she's past that difficult time in her life, she regrets even getting them in the first place.
I think on some point when I was getting my tattoos, I think like I got lost in it. And it became very addictive. I know I could, make of better choices. And
someone in the comments says, when I was getting tattoos, I needed a shield of protection that today I don't need. And Anna said that that's well said and she can relate to that. And regretting your tattoos is unfortunately not an uncommon experience. And there's a lot of people now who have reached their 30s and they're coming onto TikTok and explaining to young people that they regret becoming heavily tattooed. And across the board, there's been a huge increase in demand for laser tattoo removal. In fact, the global tattoo removal market size is projected to almost double in the next 4 years. And now when we're talking about face tattoos, this is much more of an extreme circumstance because face tattoos are so visible and there's a lot more pressure not to regret those tattoos because you can't cover them up as well as you can a tattoo most other parts of your body. And there's almost like this twisted karmic justification for people who judge others with face tattoos when they find out that someone does regret their face tattoos. Now that person can feel justified for judging people who get face tattoos. And this is unfortunately where a lot of hate comes from. So let's jump into talking about this TikTok creator. This is Spiritual Unicorn 216 on TikTok. So this user's name is Alyssa, and actually back in 2018, her mugshot went viral for her very distinctive face tattoos. And people were incredibly mean about Alyssa's tattoos in the comments online. Someone said, "I'm going to go out on a limb and say this wasn't the first poor decision this girl has made." And I was debating even reading this next comment, but I think it's important to show the extent of how cruel people can be. Someone said, "Unalive it before it lays eggs." And it's just really terrible to see how much hate Alyssa got for having these tattoos. And it's really unfortunate to see that Alyssa's still getting hate now that she's going through the difficult journey of trying to get these tattoos removed. So Alyssa started posting about her journey to remove her face tattoos back in 2021 with this video.
So pardon my crazy looking hair, but second session. Ooh, buddy. Oh, wait till you guys see my...
And people said, "WTF is wrong with you? Yeah, the hair isn't the part that's crazy. Why are you trying to make yourself look like crap? Real question. Did you lose a bet? Are you serious? Why did you do this in the first place? Who the F would hire you? By the way, you will look amazing at 65. LOL, this generation is literally effed." It is few and far between, but luckily some people do come to defend Alyssa in the comments. I'm so sorry for all these people in your comments. You are beautiful with or without your tattoos. You seem like such a cool person. I don't understand how anyone can judge another person. And in another video, Alyssa explains that she ended up getting these tattoos on her face because she was in a really terrible relationship with someone that pressured her to get her face tattooed for them. And this is also a time when Alyssa was dealing with addiction.
So a few years ago, I met this guy. I thought I was in love. I moved away with him after I just got clean off of heroin. I started doing other drugs. He told me if I wanted to be with him that I would get my face tattooed. Went and got my face tattooed. Got clean. He went to jail. I went to jail. We stopped seeing each other. Fast forward to like a year after I got clean. I asked my parole officer, I said, hey, what do you think about me getting my tattoos removed? And she was like, I don't even see them, but do whatever you want. So here I am.
So clearly, Alyssa has been through significant trauma in her life. And anyone else who's been in any sort of toxic relationship can definitely relate to making bad decisions that you wouldn't otherwise have made if you weren't in this horrible, toxic environment. And Alyssa is doing a really brave thing. Not only is she removing these tattoos and trying to remedy these mistakes she made in her past, she's also posting about it and she's being really honest and open about her experience. And that takes a lot of guts, especially considering the amount of hate that Alyssa gets. So despite the hate, Alyssa is still moving forward and she's working on removing her tattoos from her face. There's been a lot of progress made in the last few years. And luckily, Alyssa is a part of a program that gives her these laser tattoo removal sessions for free. So how it works is at her laser clinic, when someone finishes a really big project, part of that money is donated to a program that helps people who have been in jail, are in jail, or people who have gang-related or trafficking tattoos. And it's really great that this program exists because tattoo removal can change people's lives. And unfortunately, a lot of people just simply can't afford it. So I'm really happy that Alyssa was able to find this removal program, and she's actively working to just better her life. And it's honestly just really sad how so many people can be so mean about that. In a recent video, we can see how much progress Alyssa has made on fading these tattoos. The cheeks are completely gone. The forehead is fading significantly. I think they're still working on how to go around the eyes. Alyssa said that she's had around 10 or so sessions, and you can imagine that each one of those is incredibly difficult and painful. And despite it all, she still maintains a really great, positive attitude.
Most people show hate to other people because they're projecting how they feel about themselves onto other people. That's why I try not to let the shit get to me, because I know that looks aren't everything to everybody, first of all. These people commenting these dumbass comments are just trying to make others feel down about themselves because that's how they feel about themselves. So a lot of them I try to have fun with. That's why you see me posting silly videos about them. Some of them get to me because some of them might hit home because it's something that I actually sometimes feel or think about myself. I try not to let them get to me. I'm obviously okay right now, so a lot of them aren't getting to me.
And I wanted to compare Alyssa's experience with this other TikTok creator just to show how different responses can be to getting a laser tattoo removal on your face. So this creator is at Little Egg Boy. We're gonna refer to him as Egg because I couldn't find his real name. Egg started posting about his tattoo removal journey in April of this year with this video.
The day is finally here. Y'all know the drill. I'm doing my laser face tattoo removal today. Just finished doing my face. Hurt, didn't feel very good. You can see what it looks like here. This is gonna be the first session that we start on the neck. I know what you're thinking. What? You're doing your neck? I didn't know that. Why? Save your whys. Don't ask me why. The answer's obvious. Because I am. So it's just what's happening. Don't fill my DMs with asking me why.
I'm not used to
All right, we just got done. Man, that was a blast.
Egg similarly has a pretty positive attitude, even though this is a clearly painful and difficult process. But the comments are just totally different from Alyssa's. It's totally okay to grow out of your burning church phase. Dude, you are so beautiful, man. I love all your tats, but I also deeply respect you doing what you want. Either way, you look good, homeboy. Dude, it was awesome before too. Hope this helps with your point of view on yourself though. And I'm not making this comparison to say like we should start hating on Egg or be mean to Egg like people are being mean to Alyssa. Yes, this is a conventionally attractive man, but I don't think that Alyssa is any less attractive as a person. Alyssa's tattoos are more extreme than Egg's, but I still don't think that that means that Alyssa deserves all of this hate. And we don't know a lot about Egg's experience getting these tattoos in the first place, like how we know about Alyssa's experience. So I can't make any assumptions on what led Egg to get these tattoos in the first place. And I'm really happy for Egg. It seems like the tattoo removal is going very well. There's significant fading on his face. Some tattoos are completely removed. He said he expects to at least need another year of treatments, but it seems to be going very well. And this is great, and the amount of support that he's getting is great. He deserves that support. Everyone deserves that kind of support. There's nothing wrong with turning your life around and trying to fix mistakes you made in your past. And I just wish that that could apply to everyone. And I don't want to say that this is 100% a factor of gender. Like people are more forgiving of men than they are of women. I think it can definitely be the case that people are more critical of what women do to their bodies than they are so critical of what men do to their bodies. There's this other really popular TikTok creator called Lil Soup, and she's also going through the process of removing the tattoos on her face. Luckily, she does have a huge following that is very, very supportive, but she does have a lot of instances where people judge her for having got these tattoos in the first place.
Oh my goodness, I love this question. I think.
And even in this video, one of the top comments is, "For real though, why?" And I think a lot of people who are posting about their journey getting laser tattoo removal, they don't love to be asked the question why all the time. And I can understand the curiosity of wanting to know, like, what was your mindset going into these tattoos? What was like the reasoning of getting them? Why did you feel that way in the first place? Like, I understand that curiosity, but it feels like some commenters want these creators to just lay out their mistakes for the entertainment of others. And I think there is a sense that some people get enjoyment from watching others suffer. It's like there's this small satisfaction that you might get feeling like, oh, this person made a huge, life-altering, incredibly difficult visual decision that I would never make. So there's like a satisfaction in seeing that that person regrets that decision. Like you might feel better about yourself because of that. And this is actually a psychological concept described with this German word. And I think this video explains this concept really well.
Have you ever felt happy when someone else has failed? If you have, then what you experience is called Schadenfreude, literally translated as feeling pleasure in someone else's misfortune. Schadenfreude is deeply correlated with your self-esteem. So the lower your self-esteem is, the more pleasure you feel in someone else's failure. Now, if you're feeling this way, then long-term, this isn't sustainable and it's not going to bring a happy life. So there are three things that you should do. Now, number one, you have to accept that this is what you're feeling. Number two, you have to understand that there is nothing inherently evil about it. It doesn't make you a bad person. A lot of people are feeling this way. And number three is you have to start praising yourself more for your successes and beating yourself up less for your failures. Good luck.
And with tattoo removal, I do understand, like, I think there's this natural curiosity that a lot of us have. Like, I'm curious as to why these people got these tattoos, why they want them removed. I think you can be curious in a respectful way and understand that this person is going through a lot. I do know that it is the internet and these people are subjecting themselves to the judgment of the general public. So it is understandable that not everyone's going to agree with the choices that you make. Not everyone's going to be 100% supportive of your journey. That's just a fact of posting on the internet. But I do think that there's something to say about the discrepancy between these two creators that we talked about today and just the difference in response to their removal journeys. But I would love to know what you think about the differences between these creators' comment sections. Also, what do you think about people going through the process of laser face tattoo removal, posting that online, dealing with everyone's opinions? Let me know in the comments down below. But if you've made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. If you have, leave me this emoji in the comments so that I know that you are a real one. Bye everyone.